Okay, so this is going to be a look on why I do not think that offensive line matters in Madden Mobile. Blocking stats do not matter. As you just saw, I just brought a all-bronze offensive line into head-to-head. I'm going to do 10 consecutive drives. In those 10 consecutive drives, I'm going to score 10 touchdowns and then go 10 for 10 on the two-point conversions. On the plays that I score, like this one, I'll go ahead and slow it back down a bit for that play and then the two-point conversion as well, so you can actually see that. And the rest will be sped through for convenience sake. But the point of this is to say is that offensive line doesn't matter. Blocking stats don't matter. The key to not getting sacked in Madden Mobile is not spending a bunch of coins on your offensive line. The key to not getting sacked is going to be the way that you move your quarterback around in the pocket after you snap the ball. That's going to be what makes the big difference. And so I'll put up videos showing how to do that. But honestly, until people, start to, realize that offensive line actually doesn't really matter too much, kind of getting in my head of myself and putting up those videos. So that's what I'm going to try to do here. And then the one thing I'll say is, so just because offensive line doesn't matter doesn't mean that it's any more a good idea to run an all-bronze offensive line, because you still do have overall considerations where the lower or the higher differential that there is between you and the defense that you're facing, you're going to be increasing the chance of hitting a critical counter when you do hit counters. So for that reason, you do want to have a decent offensive line just to keep your overall up and hit less critical counters. That being said, in terms of their direct impact on gameplay, there is no reason to have a strong offensive line. So those 10 million coin boss legend right tackles, or whatever they are, I don't keep track because I don't buy them. They are a waste of coins, and you should not buy them. And I'll also make it clear that literally, the overall differentials between the offense and defense is the only reason at all you should spend any coins on your offensive line at all. In fact, until that last December update, I literally did run just an all bronze and silver offensive line. I think I might have had one gold player, but what I did with my offensive line is I just put in the shortest guys possible, so that I wasn't hitting them in the back of the head, because their gameplay doesn't matter. So may as well actually base it around stats that do matter. I hope that this kind of shows that offensive line does not affect gameplay. You can be perfectly successful without a strong offensive line, and outside of just generic, basic overall considerations, there is no practical gameplay orientated reason to spend any coins whatsoever building your offensive line. And another thing I'll go ahead and add is, I know a lot of people when say this will think, oh my goodness, there's a nerf, you nerfed the defense, or whatever it is. There is no nerf in Madden Mobile. I promise you that if I put in 5 bronze players into QB, halfback, wide receiver, tight end, and slot, it's not going to be that easy. So there is no nerf. There's just positions that actually have an impact on gameplay and positions that don't. So these positions that just don't. If you do believe that there is a nerf, go ahead and try this with bronze players in QB, halfback, wide receiver, tight end, slot. I can't do that. So if I see someone that can, maybe I'll reconsider it, but I just don't think that exists. Also, if you believe in a nerf, then go ahead and put in your bronze players not only in head-to-head, but put them in LVL as well. Put them in the league tournaments. Especially if you play us, if you play front office, or you play systematic front when we restart, and you believe that there is a nerf in Madden Mobile, then please, I beg you, take full advantage of it and put in garbage players and just nerf us to the ground. I beg you to do that. For some reason, I've talked to a lot of different top leagues that say that they were nerfed at the same point in time that they happened to not score, and I've told them, okay, so if you believe that there's a nerf, then go ahead and put in those bad players when you play us, and for some reason they don't want to do that. So I really think that the nerf is just an excuse to not take responsibility when things didn't go the way that you expected them to or the way that you wanted them to. And you are doing yourself a disservice by believing that, because you are forfeiting every opportunity that you have to get better at this game. So if you have league mates or anyone that's trying to tell you that they were nerfed or you were nerfed, do not believe it. It is not true. It is only hurting you as a player. And if you want to get better, then take full responsibility for what happens on your side of the field and use it to learn and become a better player. With that, that's all I got. Offensive line doesn't matter. Hope this helps. Oh, and have a good day.